A jump shooter. Do not let him break down their defense.
And they do not want to see him go to the foul line as frequently as he did. He was living at the line against Utah.
And we'll see tonight, Marv. It's so important for the Spurs to play with the lead so he can play.
Radmanovic. 4 days after beating Utah in 6. Here's the teardrop by Paul this past Monday night. And then after Game 7, as Bryant and the Blitz playing on the runway for 7 hours overnight. There were no hotel rooms available in New Orleans with a major convention.
It was knocked away by the Spurs.
Here comes Parker. Nice setup, and Duncan lays it home. And Phil Jackson does not want to see the Spurs firing away from beyond the arc. Radmanovic. Parker, nice play. Alberto
makes the open shots, and he's very, very smart out there and knows where to be.
Nice passing out on a switch. Here's Duncan. Oh, he's rejected by Odom. 3-on-2 for the Lakers. Fisher all the way. Radmanovic with the...
And Lamar Odom has really been terrific since they got Gasol. He settled into that number 3 spot. Fisher misses the easy score, but this is Marv forward the game.
Here's Bowen from that San Antonio bench in the playoffs. Robert Horry check played here by Horry. Odom goes right at him. The tip. 3 for 3 from downtown. So Udoka's on the floor. Parker.
Those jump shots.
Gasol to the rim. Udoka for 3 by 5. Nice pass. Duncan gets in.
Beautiful pass, threading the needle to Duncan, rolling down the lane. Laker defense a little slow getting there. Then the touch foul. The opportunity for the three-point play. But Tony Parker, Marv, how his game has grown. This was the guy that his first couple years, I think he hurt him as they get back their game legs back.
And this one of those games is Bryant goes at Bowen and then sets it up for Gasol. Basket on that driving attempt. There's Parker spinning. Wow. Oh, what a move. Tony Parker able to get the step. Parker 8 points. Sasha Vujacic has come on for the first time. Radmanovic off the ball fake was .com.
It's a feisty matchup here. Ginobili and Vujacic, 2 very spunky performers.
Michael Finley just checked in, gives it right back to Ginobili, and he knocks down.
A little bit, Marvin. He can turn and face you, and he's very quick and deceptive with the tall, rangy body. He's got very long arms, and you have to honor to get his confidence.
Shot only 26% first 2 rounds, and then knocks down.
Comes back in next time. He will be looking for his shot.
Michael Finley has come on for the first time. Jacques Vaughn is in. Here's Udoka. Yes.
And makes open shots.
Luke Walton on the floor for the Lakers for the first time. That's a
question. His confidence was never questioned.
Ginobili able to. He goes to the running hook. Oh, the steal by Vujacic. Took it away from Ginobili. Here's Farmar. And the foul.
Speed lineup. And these turnovers are going to create easy shots. Vujacic just rips the ball away from Ginobili. And how about Jordan Farmar now? This is a young guy. We talked about his struggles against Utah. Marv, you talked about him.
Western Conference Final Game 2 here Friday night at Staples. Duncan feeling for Turiaf, then gets the step and lays it in. Nice change of pace by Farmar, and then try to get it cross court. Recovered by Walton. Vujacic is open for 3. Turiaf got in front of Duncan. That tied the game at 33. Duncan blocked by Turiaf. Here's Duncan again. He comes right back. Here's Parker setting it up for Bowen. Yes, a 3-point. Thomas and Udoka up front. Barry and Parker in the back. Gasol with a quick move. 39-35. San Antonio. Parker, tough angle shot for possessions. Parker looked like he changed his body, so he was in 3-point territory. Parker gets to it and scores.
Going to knock down those mid-range jump shots, and we know he can do this. A little twisting drive in the lane. Beautiful finish by.
So they stay with the smaller lineup. Here is Thomas. Yes.
That's his shot. You give him that little 15-footer, usually even on that baseline, he likes it better. But Kurt Thomas, what a great pickup for them, and fits well into this San Antonio scheme of things defensively, as well as making that little jump shot.
And Thomas, the other night in Game 7, played only 7 minutes. Here's Bryant for Gasol. But what a 7 minutes. Thomas came up with 6 rebounds.
How many of those possessions he kept alive here as Odom in the lane.
Here's Barry wide open.
Confidence here in Tim Duncan having 2 fouls that he will not pick up his 3rd before the half.
Oh. Bryant got the step. That's his.
Make him shoot the jump shots.
Greg Popovich telling us that he tells Bruce, you're not going to shut him out. Duncan, beautiful move. Shot clock to 2. Vujacic underway, a 3rd quarter where the Spurs have had all kinds of problems in the series against the Hornets. That is until Game 7. Bowen opens up
in the second half at both ends of the court and to pick up the defense as well.
All right, Craig, here is Duncan. And Gasol coming over to help on Parker. Shot clock to 4. Alberto, yes.
Adding them out. They're getting them caught in rotation. Now watch what happens. Gasol normally on Duncan, so the rotation, Romanovich comes up, and now you just find that little...
They've opened up a 16-point lead on the Lakers. Bryant. Parker leads a 3-on-2. Udoka, yes. And we're halfway through. It's an 18-point San Antonio lead.
And you know double teams are going to go right through to Duncan. He's going to read the defense, either get a little jump hook here in the lane, which he gets. Tim Duncan just taking his time in the post, reading to see if they're double teams. And one of the things that big men have to really learn when they come in the NBA is handling double teams. Normally you see big guys that
back. Bryant, yes. Here comes Vujacic. Bryant for Gasol.
Point lead on the road in Game 1 of the conference finals.
And Mono got the Popovich stare front with Gasol and Romanovich. Romanovich got off to the quick start, has not attempted a shot in the 3rd quarter. Broca.
Well, Kobe understanding now. I talked about becoming the MVP in this stretch. He steps back and knocks it.
It's back tap to Vujacic.
But Kobe wants that ball down. He wants to go to work. You can see he's upset with Vujacic taking that shot. It's an awful lot to think about.
Spurs have not scored in nearly 3.5 minutes. Bryant for the lob and Gasol.
The whole fabric of this team has changed.
A 14-0 run by the Lakers. And this after the good start to this 3rd quarter by the Spurs. And this a Laker team that has done the job at home. Ginobili for 3. Yes. A 68-59 lead. Bryant for Gasol. Lakers stay with single coverage on Duncan. Who's able to Tim Duncan over the years. Bryant behind the back, pulls it back. Oh, what a move. Final minute of the quarter. Parker. Oh, beautiful fake. Bryant for Gasol. And he scores. By Vujacic. Walton just checked back in. Finding Churiaf. Rebounded by Duncan. Oh, the steal by Bryant. And he scores.
Lob it up to him for the score. He did not do that time with Turiaf.
Here's Bryant. Here's the double.
See, they're doubling now in the 4th period, trying to get it out of his hands. What a tough.
3 minutes gone by in the 4th quarter. Fisher played by Vaughn. There is Fisher. That's his first
defense on the floor.
Bryant able to squeeze by Bowen. Odom. Bryant going at Bowen.
The second half.
Parker's pass deflected. Bowen. Yes.
That's a
Parker. Just under 3.5 left in the 4th. Odom backs his way in and scores. the drought kick in tonight for San Antonio. The Lakers at the half.
Around.
Bryant, yes.
Vujacic and Farmar, he put him out there with Kobe. A strategic move, but still with
Duncan. The tip by Duncan.
They're going to trap this pick and roll here to Marvin, try to make him give the ball up.
Bryant freeing himself up. Ori will inbound. San Antonio down by 2. Ginobili for 3. Battle for the rebound.
Vujacic the lead here. Ginobili spots up, gets a good look at it, but he's been off all night long. Robert Horry tries to pull out the loose ball.
Free throw shooter during the regular season. Need a quick bucket here. Ginobili for Finley, shoots for 3, and that will do it. As Odom fires it down court, the Los Angeles Lakers. All right, let's see if the lights stay on. That was quite dramatic, I thought. Lakers control the ball in the hands of Lamar Odom. Bryant played by Bowen. Gasol guarded by Duncan. Odom being watched by Alberto. Here's the spin, and he's able to take by Odom. And the Lakers looking to get off to a better start than what we saw the other night.
Against this Laker defense that's very underrated.
A Laker team that during the playoffs is averaging 121. Finishing up, as we mentioned, with a 30 points, control the boards. Bowen able to stay with Bryant, who's able
to be a little bit more aggressive early for his shot.
Alberto
For the San Antonio Spurs.
In fact, the Spurs just 3 for 21 in that fourth quarter. Duncan!
All of his field goals came in that first quarter.
And then did not attempt another shot the rest of the way. Radmanovic, 6. With 4 minutes gone by in the first. Parker protect.
That's what you want to do so the guy cannot jump, and then you get that little floater at the basket.
Bryant.
The offense, they got good speed and quickness. Kobe Bryant here off the glass. He's off to a good start as his
assault along the baseline. It's a 5-on-4 for San Antonio. Finley from rebounded by Odom. Here comes Fisher again, puts the speed on and scores. In the playoffs and have not lost at home since March the 28th. Bowen for 3 for the ball. They try to trap him. Vaughn hesitates and then takes the shot. Just under 3 to go in this first quarter. Shot Vaughn measuring and then hits. Points played well in game 1. Churiaf up front with Odom and Bryant. Nice pass, Bryant. Atlanta shot fired up at 3.
My kind of guy. Missed the next one, can't wait to shoot the second one.
Here's Bryant.
Easy scores, and the Spurs aren't finding any of those right now.
San Antonio just 7 of 21 from the field in the first quarter. Michael.
They've got a good shooting group out there and a chance, I think, to score some points against the second unit.
What
you have to do.
Vujacic. Ime Udoka up front. Udoka coming on for the first time. Did not play well in game 1 after a terrific series against the Hornets. But
the bench to make shots. It just helps their confidence. Oh!
There's the lob from Walton to Odom. Usually you see Bryant working. Here comes Farmar. Lakers on the run. Farmar all the way. Very strong season. Did not play well, as we touched on earlier in the series against Utah. Did not find the touch. Parking their difficulties in one of those droughts developing.
I mean, you play great defense and you can't make a shot. That gets discouraging after a while.
That Kobe was not in the triangle. He was in the Bermuda Triangle.
Scored a point 0-3. They're hoping to bring him off the bench to get a little life. That has not happened.
Duncan with the rebound. Duncan again by Walton. Bryant passed on the 3. Gasol off the fake. He's been in foul trouble. He's playing with 2. Parker got the step.
So run and get your guards in the lane off different action.
Tony Parker, 11 points, 9 have come here in the second quarter. Bryant for 3.
I want to get tight on him on the perimeter, and then he beats you on the drive or gets to the foul line. I mean, you get a hand up in the face, you force a guy to knock down a 3, and you throw. So Bowen's doing a good job with him on that. He's making him take shots to get his points. That's what you have to do.
And that's exactly what Greg Popovich wanted to do. Oh, there's
should be up about 10 or 12 points in this game. It's only a 2-point game right now. I mean, the Spurs, I think, have been outplayed in this first half. With a good 2 minutes here, they could go in with the lead.
Duncan, he's tied. Lakers have led right from the start. Bryant goes behind the back. Bowen able to stay with him. Now Bryant with a beautiful
Sperto on that screen. He is a tough guard, I tell you.
Bryant has to give it up. Vujacic passed on a 3 and knocks that.
And hasn't been close.
Fisher tries to elude Parker, stays with him. Vujacic for 3. Lead extends to 7.
Marv, always talk about closing quarters. It's been L.A.
Roberto not able to hit. Here comes Fisher. Ginobili looked to cut him off the.
We talked about Derek Fisher and Lamar Odom, how important it would be for them to bounce back after the 4 for 21 combined game 1. Well, tonight Fisher has been. Duncan has got to go to work inside against the Lakers. He can right before the half was over, the half was starting, and he said, we've got to come out the first 5 minutes. We can't be flat like we were the other nights. And they
Spurs with 11. Duncan has 10, along with 13 rebounds. There's Parker getting into the lane. Nice feed for
by Alberto. You open up the three-point shooting, and the Lakers have done a nice job closing down that paint.
Bryant again. Here at home since back on March 28th. As it turns out, they lost to the Memphis Grizzlies. And going back to the regular season, Lakers have won 17 of the last 20 here at home. They're 6 for 6 at home in the playoffs.
Jordan, and I've seen it so many times, has the capability of being able to just feel the game out and then go to work and feel like he can score whenever he wants to. The
Spurs get back. Fisher with a nice pass. Odom banks it.
Worried about Alberto. He's coming over and sort of playing a one-man zone inside to help out Gasol.
Fisher.
As we see Fisher here pull up and knock down this jump shot. Fisher's really bounced back tonight after the 1 for 9 game. And
Walk continues. Here's Ginobili racing down. He gets the call.
He has 11 points. And here's Ginobili finally with a finish and a chance for a three-point play, but then go home for 2 home games. That's what that game did the other night to the Spurs, making this a must-win game.
Radmanovich, like Ginobili is worn down and he's playing hurt. It's difficult to get him rest time. Here's Parker getting in. Came an elite team after the trade for Pau Gasol, which followed the injury suffered by Andrew Bynum. Bowen, yes, having the difficulties here in the third quarter. Lakers have hit 7 of 9 from the field. Gasol trying to shake off Duncan, now backs his way. And score. Up front. Here is Ginobili, a hard drive, it counts.
This time he jab steps him, gets to the baseline, and these are those corkscrew shots, those moves around the basket.
As many as 18. Odom, yes.
He won in game 1, 12 points. So you put that with Kobe Bryant and the rest of this Laker team, and that's why they are up here.
Lakers trying to go up 2-zip. Bowen for 3, yes.
The Spurs are playing 3-on-5.
Odom changed his mind. Gasol, yes.
Long 2-point shot is exactly the shot the Lakers want to see.
Gasol to Odom.
12, they had no field goals that last 3 minutes when the Lakers pushed it back to 17.
Odom posting on Udoka.
Just for the Spurs.
Udoka about 6'5", and Odom at 6'10". Odom now 20 points. Udoka open for 3. That sensational comeback, down by as many as 20. beating the Spurs in game 1. Here's Farmar getting inside.
Because that team, he said, was a championship team that knew they could come back from deficits like this. He thought that this was a bigger one.
Antonio, it's been all LA here tonight.
Of 41 games, tied for second best home record in the West. Utah had the best. They won 37 of 41. Kobe Bryant is back, showing the jab step and then hits. He's shown here tonight by Kobe Bryant, who came out shooting
Here in the Western Conference Final.
Vujacic for 3, rebounded by Walton. Looking to keep it alive, cannot. Udoka with the lead for Barry. A broken foot in a practice in late January and hits. Looking like a defensive back, able to haul it in. Barry for 3, yes.
And you know what? The Spurs almost have to play a perfect game to beat them because they have no margin of error, Marv. When you struggle to score, you can play great defense, as we see Vaughn here with
a performance.
You know what, it would be hard. And, you know, Phil is obviously a guy who's won 9 championships, so he'll know exactly what.
20 points, 12 rebounds, 4 block shots. Fisher, 11 points on 4. And Darryl Bernardo, statistician Paul Evans, and thanks to our entire crew there. Here's a great job. Final seconds. And that's a 3-pointer for Luke Walton. 101-71. That's the final.
Marv, as we go to San Antonio for the shaking a little bit, Marv. They blow that big game lead in game 1, get hammered by 30. And
Brian giving Bowen the room. Bowen, yes.
Get him a quick field goal here on this possession, just to get the lid off that basket.
And here's Bryant. Strong Duncan trying to bank it. He's way off. Bryant again.
That angle bank shot that's always been so good for him. He missed that one badly. And Kobe Parker, that kept him out of the paint the last game and a half.
Parker, yes.
It's a nice play in rhythm.
Tony Parker coming up a strong series against the Hornets and against the Suns. Bryant, yes, with his first miss. Parker, what season, 0 for 5 in game 2. All 5 attempts from beyond the three-point line. Here's Duncan, he got the step. We're halfway through the first. Gasol, early in game 2. Gasol.
He can shoot a 15-footer, and he could get in the lane with this kind of left-handed finesse.
Lakers have an 11-8 lead. Marv Albert, Doug Collins, Craig Sager from San Antonio. Gasol stripped. Could not get the second attempt off. Odom does. And it led to that bad shot.
It's Fisher once again there, Marv, getting back in that lane like he did on Carlos Boozer in that Utah series.
And Bryant off the crossover, had a clear it over.
You get a sense that Kobe's really trying to put the Spurs in a hole here early.
Ginobili from downtown against the Hornets. Radmanovic with a long 3. Duncan with the outlet. Ginobili able to get to it. Fisher back. Ginobili pulls it up. Yes.
Manu Ginobili, this is what they'd like to do when they get a defensive stop. Get that ball out to either Ginobili or Parker on the...
Gasol battling the position against Duncan, that gives it right back. Farmar from downtown.
He really struggled. He had his first shot of this series and has been playing well since.
In this first quarter, the Lakers with a 3-point lead. Parker gets inside. Farmar, oh, he went glass. Parker and Barry now in the backcourt with Thomas, Ori, and Ginobili on the front line. Ginobili played by Vujacic. There's Parker. Farmar trying to draw the charge. Thomas, yes, Odom. Turian, his 3rd season out of Gonzaga. Ginobili. Oh.
Manu Ginobili with a beautiful little up and under move against Sasha Vujacic, looking much.
Slap it away. Barry is on it. Parker. Vujacic back.
Tonight. And this is what the Spurs want to do. The one-man fast break of Tony Parker. They lead by 1.
Kuriev, Walton, and Bryant up front with a backcourt of Vujacic and Farmer. Here's Bryant getting inside. Lakers back up by a point. Ginobili for 3. Yes.
Phil Jackson said before the game he was worried those shots they were missing were going to go in tonight.
Vujacic from India. A first-round pick of the Lakers back in 2004. Here's Ginobili.
Unit and Manu Ginobili, like you said, Marv, looked like Kobe got a piece of that shot. Very close. Beautiful rotation. Nice
30 lead. Bryant. Yes.
And it's going to be catch and shoot. Just looked like he was going to do it again. This time he goes to the rim. They're going to get a three-point play. This guy is so important to their team because he is such a fearless player. Went into the lane, got hit in the face, and look at the expression. This man is such a...
At the line, San Antonio by 4. Walton trying to get the open. They alive, trailing 2 games to nothing. Lakers trying to go 3-0 in this best of 7. Here's Duncan, went to the changeup. Nice spin by Duncan.
Tim Duncan going to work inside. The little rolling hook shot. He made 2 shots in a row, and it's...
First 2 games, it has been San Antonio falling into that kind of drought. Parker, tough angle shot. Very patient sequence here by the Spurs. Shot clock to 2. 1. Ginobili. Yes!
3 of the day.
Bryant got the step and score. As you mentioned, of Odom and Fisher in a flashback to what took place in Game 1, have not done it here tonight. Duncan gets inside and Gasol. So only 15 points in the second quarter equals a low quarter for this season's play. Bowen, Alberto up front, Finley and Parker at the guard. So Ginobili once again will come off the bench. Shot clock down to 2. Finley for 3. Yes!
Got back in the passing lane and got the steal.
Gasol backs his way.
One-on-one. It's also Gasol and Odom missing easy.
Duncan drew the double and Radmanovic took it out of his hands. Gasol to Radmanovic. Nice play, right 11. Odom to Gasol. He tried to go glass. Back comes Odom as Ori hit the deck. Radmanovic to the rim. San Antonio with a 10-point lead. Gasol coming up short. Radmanovic on the follow.
But you'll see it, Marv, right here as he spins and gets in the lane right afterwards. You're going to see his display here. Right there as he swings his fist. I don't know.
Bowen for 3. Yellowbook. Kobe Bryant.
Spurs have hit.
There's Vujacic on a switch. Playing Duncan. Shot clock out of 2. Duncan has to fire and score. But when we look back, that could be a significant shot with the shot clock running down. Lakers trying to come on here late third quarter. Radmanovic. Barry played by Farmar. There's Duncan. Yes, 17 points, 17 rebounds. Bryant to the fade. Oh, beautiful shot.
Asking.
18 points for Kobe. Here's Ginobili going right at Gasol. And score! Luke Walton has returned, as has Ronnie Kuriev. Walton gets it out to Farmar for an open 3. Fourth quarter underway with the Spurs up by 9. Here's Barry with a long 3. Barry played by Walton. Shot clock to 6.
Nice
Beautiful.
pass.
Oh, gorgeous pass.
Oh, Brent Barry tonight Hit the big three, then the follow-up with a beautiful pass. Duncan on the bench, trying to buy a little few minutes here. Parker with a beautiful give it after it.
And Odom with his 5th turnover on that offensive foul. Nice pass, Alberto. In the regular season, tied for 2nd best in the West behind Utah. In the playoffs, they've won all 6 of their games. Playoff games here at home, the longest active streak in the NBA. Bryant not...
And they're getting crisp plays and good shooting.
Parker with the teardrop
when he's in the lane.
19 points for Parker. Bryant for 3.
Got 16 free throws a night.
Shot clock to 3. Barry. Yes.
You got to uproot everything. That would have been a tough thing. Oh my. He'll strip that ball. That time he knocks it loose off Ginobili.
Here's Bryant, draws the foul. It counts. This will be his first free throw of the night.
See, when you've got a guy like Kobe Bryant, it's like you're looking over your... Spurs got to be very careful not get too conservative here and use too much clock.
Alberto. Time we have not seen him on the airwaves, and certainly hope to see Bill back up in front of the camera in short time. Here's Bryant for 3.
Oh.
Poor Lori, his wife, has to hear all those comments. And he actually had an unusual point of view in going into this game and see this all setting up for the...
Back 2-2 and go game 5 on the road. That's my favorite game to play.
And the reason that he'd like to, aside from the fact, love to, off the steal, it's a 3-on-2. Ginobili makes the turn, draws the foul, yes!
Ginobili. This is what everybody's been waiting for. Charles Barkley said all season long he's been...
The guards with Monovich, with Turiaf and Ariza up front. Ariza making it back from that broken bone on his right foot. Injury taking place in late January. That's a first postseason experience, as opposed to a team like the Lakers. The first 2 in LA. Game 1, they blow a 20-point lead. Game 2, they are blown out. Finley from down. San Antonio shooting 51% from the field. And that wraps it. He tossed Tim Duncan, who was on the bench laughing, and that led to a suspension of Crawford. And in the previous playoff series against the Hornets, Joey got into it with Spurs head coach Greg Popovich and hit Popovich with a technical. So the Lakers control the opening tip. Odom off the mark on his first attempt with Gasol. Here comes Fisher, chased by Bowen. Romanovich off ticket. He worried about the combination of Odom and Fisher, who got off to quick starts in Game 2 in Los Angeles. Bowen, yes.
They're not getting the looks they got against Utah.
Parker with the step.
Easy baskets. As the game goes on, they'll start feeling themselves out, and you'll see the defense really start to stiffen.
Fisher,
very quick to the ball to start this game.
Here's Bryant going left, picks it out to Radmanovic. Not shoot at all in a shoot around this morning. Right knee bothering him. We'll see how that plays out as Bryant hits. Lakers open up by hitting 5 of their first 7. Bryant getting right to it. Playoff games at home. Pass from Duncan, broken up. Here comes Bryant. And you can see
he's not strong at the rim.
Lakers off to the good start. 14-6 lead. Duncan.
Yeah, and he gets a loose ball.
Radmanovic.
The offensive rebound. Had Gasol rebounded that ball, that would have been a play on.
Gasol gets inside.
A great start because everybody's involved here early. Nice little handoff. Beautiful pass from Romanovich to get a double-digit lead, and the Spurs struggle to score. That's not what they want to do, play uphill.
Kobe Popovich going to his bench very early. Bryant being played now by Ginobili. Goes to the step back. Floor putting an emphasis on spreading the floor and ball movement. Here's Barry for... Off the steal, here comes Parker. Chased by Fisher. Parker lays it home. San Antonio. Parker not allowing the shot from Fisher. Now he fires a rainbow.
It was because the Jazz did not have the ability to stay with Kobe. They had to help so much. And guys like Derek Fisher was 11 for 17. Vujicic had 9 threes in that series. Radmanovic had 9 and 3-point.
Duncan on the drive and score. They're up short. Udoka for Duncan. Oh! So the Spurs are within 5. What do you think, Doug?
I think the Spurs have to be very happy because they did not.
Lakers have missed their last 7 shots. A 15-6 run by the Spurs. The last 5 minutes of the first quarter. Bruce playing with the 2 fouls being played by Udoka. Ronny Kuriaf has come on. Kuriaf
14 in that second quarter.
1 point, he scored 12 points over a stretch of 2.5 minutes. 12 points on 4 3-point.
Couple nice plays to get his confidence up. There's a double team, no weak side help. And Luke Walton gives
by 9. Brent Barry back on the floor, left after picking up a second foul. Nice pass from Ginobili.
at all that space in the lane. Just hold him off. The beautiful pass and the easy score. Where's the coach when you Lamar Odom once again is roaming defensively.
Walton gets to it. Nice.
Not able to get his shot off by using his legs. He said he felt much better today.
All right, here's Barry Battleton here in San Antonio for the Spurs. They got off to the slow start. Radmanovic for Kuriaf. Hit a jumper a moment ago. It's kept alive. Good ball movement, setting it up for Barry.
Defense set.
Here's Parker. Fighting Bowen, they swing it. Barry for 3. Parker is on it. Oh, he's hit.
Derek Fisher here is going to get caught up with Tony Parker in the wrong spot at the wrong time.
Sets it up for Walton. Parker is on it. He has Ginobili on the wing. Parker all the way and scores.
To be able to sort of jump away from that defender. Very lucky here. Looked like the Lakers might have another offensive rebound. Watch Tony Parker jump away from the defense.
A 12-2 run by San Antonio. Gasol coming. Duncan off a nice pass. Bryant. Ginobili now 0 for 4 from the field. Bryant. Yes. Farmar takes all the way and is rejected by Duncan.
Tim Duncan back doing what he does best, guarding the basket for the San Antonio Spurs, even with Duncan.
Los Angeles Thursday night and right here on TNT, starting at 9 o'clock Houston time. Farmar for 3. Kept alive by Walton, and Luke Walton
is going to really be upset at halftime.
Neither club shooting well from 3-point land. Parker getting inside
The glass and using the proper angles.
15 points, 5 assists for Parker. Walton spinning on Ginobili.
Posting Walton, and what he's doing, he's keeping Ginobili down on the baseline here, forcing him to use a lot of energy playing against a strong.
Bryant does not want to pick up a third. We're down to 5 seconds. Down to 3, 2, Bryant, yes, from the field. Nice pass for Alberto. Derek Fisher, Kobe Bryant in the backcourt. Lamar Odom, Vladimir Radmanovic, but the shot went too deep.
I'm seeing more screen rolls from the Spurs tonight than I saw in Game 3.
Bryant for 5.
We see Tony Parker going under that screen set by Gasol, so you can set that pick down and know you can get an easy jump shot, and then Kobe with a little hesitation. And
bad pass. Lakers look to take advantage. And they do.
They need him to come to life here soon.
Duncan facing the double. Gets it to Bowen. Yes. In the third quarter. Parker able to keep the dribble alive. Shot clock at 6. Here's Duncan. And the probing.
Exactly right.
Odom and Ginobili gets it out to Parker with room. Yes. Bryant, yes. Brent Barry back on the floor, had an excellent first half. shoots for three and scores. Champion of the league. Nice setup. Barry passed on a three. There's Parker. Yes.
Pick up that fourth.
Nice pass from Bryant. Gets the Spurs with a chance to take the lead for the first time. Barry from downtown. Odom gets it ahead, and Bryant by himself.
Misses it, and it leads to this, the dunk from Kobe Bryant, the Spurs.
Aside from Brent Barry not hitting from downtown. Gasol hooks a pass to Odom.
Triangle offense, your big man, especially your center, needs to be able to pass the ball. Beautiful play there in the rotating defense by...
Bryant getting the step. Farmar. Here's Vujicic for three.
12 at the end of three, and Kobe rested. It went to 17. Here's Vujicic knocking the shot down, and the foul, the opportunity.
And remember, they are 7-0 at home in the playoffs. Nice. Good job by Farmar closing it out for Parker. Now Parker back out for Barry for three. Yes.
If Phil Jackson comes back in sooner with Kobe than he normally likes to, he likes it to be about.
They swept Denver, beat Utah in 6, have a 2-1 lead here on San Antonio. Bryant is back with a hot hand of Brent Barry. Barry and Parker in the backcourt. Here's Barry getting the step on Walton and scores. Years old in his 13th NBA season out of Oregon State. He has 20 points, but Walton defending on Ginobili. Ginobili with a step back. It was Ginobili, then Parker. Odom pops it out to Fisher. Gasol on the run, back to Odom. Throws for San Antonio in 12. For the Lakers, you can understand why he's upset.
And the good passing again, once again, Marv. This time it's Gasol to Odom on
here down the stretch. Odom off the dribble.
Team right now, they just cannot make any shots. Here's another turnover.
Bryant off the steal.
About a down 9. Oberto with a bad handoff to Ginobili. Here is Kobe Bryant. 3 minutes and 26 seconds to go. This might be the last.
And here's it from the crowd. He's a no rush. Plays the clock. Fisher with a rainbow.
That's a guy who's a 3-time champion. You knew he was going to bounce back in this game. That was a gigantic shot.
Have not lost in LA since March the 28th. Parker. And Duncan rebound. Here comes Parker with Fisher back. Parker all the way. And he is fouled. He's hammered by Odom. So, will they call it a goal tap? Apparently, that is the call. No foul. The basket does count. It's a 2-point game. See if there's a timeout remaining. There is. Or he gets to Barry. Here's Barry. Fires one up. Nation games. The Lakers, one win from the NBA Finals for the first time since back in 2004. The Lakers control the opening tip. Nice backdoor pass. Gasol on the... Michael Finley has had trouble locating his shots. They double up on Duncan. Nice pass to Oberto.
That's the one thing that Phil Jackson gets upset with him when he's not strong with the ball.
Parker, yes. A 5-2 lead here in the opening minutes for the Spurs. Bryant changing his mind. Gets it back. Shot clock to 7. Here's Kobe.
I play Kobe is don't foul him. Make him be a volume shooter. That means take 25 shots to get 25 points. And look at this shot, this fading jump shot, a hand in the face.
And Bowen picks it off. Duncan getting position.
Front of the rim, you don't normally see him out on the front of the break.
Duggan, NBA playoff history, only 8 teams have come back as Odom makes up to eliminate the Lakers in a first-round series. Nice backdoor pass, and Parker.
In each game.
Bryant open for an instant, but Bowen with the good recovery. Here's Bryant on the drive and score.
So we talked about Bruce Bowen. He said the guy's got quick hands. I know all that kind of stuff, but Kobe, 29 shots, no free throws. I think he's also an illusionist.
Parker got a piece of that dribble. Fisher passed on a three. Radmanovic fires.
In the first quarters, he's a quick starter.
And that's the story in San Antonio the other night. And hoping to turn it from what took place in Game 4. He had that sensational game.
Up and shoots the ball. When he puts it on the floor is when Fisher becomes pesky.
And with Bowen out, the matchup is Ginobili's back tap. Ginobili on the drive, and then gets it to Alberto. They swing it. Here's Finley for three.
And it doesn't affect him because Duncan is too big, so that double team is ineffective. And this is Finley catching, loading.
Finley playing only 8 minutes in Game 4 Tuesday night. Duncan swings inside. Bryant saw that one coming.
A great switch there, and Kobe goes right into the passing lane.
Nice. Finley is open. Shoots for three. Yeah. 6-point San Antonio lead. We come up on 2 minutes to go here in the first. Pretty pass from Ginobili, and Duncan got it down. Barry played by Vujicic. Shoots for three, way off. Rebound. Thomas banks it home.
The start that Greg Popovich wanted.
Ginobili for three. Alberto on the floor. Vujicic trying to draw the foul. Here's Barry for three. Without a field goal, they've missed their last 8 shots. Farmar able to.
An ankle's bothering him, a leg, a knee, or something because his balance is not there.
Oh, the alley-oop. Taylor Finley backing it up on Walton. Good defensive sequence here by the Lakers. Shot clock down to 4. Farmar with the step to the reverse.
No Kobe Bryant on the floor. Farmar on a 6-0 run. And listen to this Laker crowd.
When I think of Bill Bradley, I think of those matchups with Jack Marin where they were just as bright.
By the way, I thought that was a big shot. The Spurs were reeling, looking for some offense. A timeout. It looks like they're going to go on a 5-point run. And now it's a 5-0 run for the Spurs.
Nice pass from Parker to set it up for Duncan. Here's the crossover by Bryant. Finish it.
So he does not get fatigued. Let's see if he gives him that same burst.
Parker over Fisher.
That drive, so that jump shot is so important to his game.
Walton, the tip by Gasol. The Lakers leading it 3-1, trying to close out the series. Nice move again by 30 points. A different story thus far tonight as you see the beautiful spin by Parker. Back in the previous series against the Hornets, games 6 and 7. Here's Bowen in the first half. Bryant forcing, it counts.
Right, except at the last minute, watch this. He reaches in right there, hits him on the elbow. That's what you want to do. You want to make Kobe a jump shooter. Hits him on the elbow, knocks down the jump.
Back in, departed after picking up a second foul. Thomas is open. Kurt Thomas played much in the series, only 57 seconds in Game 4. That was it. Here's Bryant, beautiful. Crowd urging Kobe to shoot. Gets inside on a double team, then pops it out. Fisher for three.
Much better job of that. You're going to see Kobe Bryant inside here, and Duncan does a great job. And Derek Fisher, this guy just hits big shots after big shots, makes big plays. More important.
By Odom. Here's Odom on the move. It counts.
Big time finish by Lamar Odom. You want him to go right. And again, Kurt Thomas.
Barry gets it down low. Nice pass, Finley. 3-second differential, though, between the game clock and shot clock. Bryant got the step. Kobe 6 of 11, 13 points in the first half. The Odom coming over to help on Duncan. Tim Duncan. Donovich, but met by help as Odom came over. Shot clock to 5. Parker.
Yes, created. That's when the foul is called. And here's Fisher with the steal.
Finley back. Fisher on the drive. Bryant. Yes. Manu Ginobili getting set to check back in. Here is Duncan. Beautiful.
It says he makes his teammates know it and lets everybody else know it as well.
Odom spinning his way on Alberto. Find him alongside Gasol and Odom. Here's Bowen shooting from the angle for 3. Alberto. San Antonio by 6. Bryant, yes.
Toughening.
And the Spurs have had their difficulties in third quarters. Open shot for first. Foul committed by Duncan. Coming up on 4 minutes to go in the third. Odom, yes. Odom had it knocked aside, but recovered by Gasol. Bryant squeezing his way through to set it up for Gasol.
Oh, really gearing up their defense. So here's Kobe imposing his will on this game. The beautiful drop off to Gasol. You know, sometimes in this league, Marv, you got to get a little lucky. I remember when I was in Chicago, we got Scottie Pippen at 38 now for the Spurs after starting 13 for 19.
Bryant. Duncan backs it up on Gasol. Nice pass, Thomas. Yes, and the foul.
And lane violation. He's just floating around. It's that one-man zone that we've talked about with Lamar Odom.
They double up on Bryant to try to trap him in the corner. Could not. Shot clock to 5. Radmanovich for 3. Substitutions at that point, which might have thrown him off. All right, here is Bryant for 3.
And watch what happens with Kobe here. After he makes his game 2, 6 of 21. On top of that, 3 for 17 from 3.
Here is Ginobili. Almar played tightly by Parker, but got the step to set it up for Walt for 3. Tonight, after struggling early, Parker's pass was picked off. Vujacic able to keep that dribble alive. Farmar to the reverse.
Got it before the game here. Farmar has been much more confident at home in this series in the first 2 games.
San Antonio has led by as many as 17. Now trailing by 4. Bryant. Oh.
See, Tim Duncan is out trying to corral the ball, but Kobe just keeps the dribble alive. Game, Ginobili resting here. I'm sure Pop is going to try to get him back maybe for the last 5 minutes.
Bryant.
The second quarter, they had 5 early. They're still stuck on 5. 5 of 11.
Parker. Oh, nice with a 76-72 lead. Duncan stepped away, but Vujacic on the recovery right now. 7 minutes to play in the fourth. The Lakers up by 7. Parker. Rebounded by Thomas, and Thomas. Bryant. Gasol is right there. San Antonio on the road in the playoffs has won only 2 of 8 games. Parker.
And he got a score.
Lakers with the 81-76 lead. Gasol blocked by Ginobili, but kept alive by Odom.
Paint right now, definitely the Lakers.
Barry for 3. Thought he was fouled. 4.5 to play in this fourth quarter. Beautiful move by.
What a great look, though. Ginobili wide open at the top. If I am the Lakers, the one guy I don't leave right now is Brent Barry. He's shooting the ball better than any other Spur.
Bryant. Come on. 17. San Antonio getting off to the good start. Things have turned in the second half. Bryant.
Come on.
On their feet here at Staples. Bryant to the rim. His high for this series, 35. He has been unstoppable in the second half.
But they would have felt good about their chances.
And the Spurs have just 1 timeout remaining. Beautiful code. The defending NBA champs in 5. Off the steal. Here comes Parker, and he scored.
Very difficult unless the miracle happens here. Competitors, you're going to see Bruce Bowen, Hugger, whatever, with a tremendous amount of respect for the competitive nature of those 2 men.
No foul given. Lakers get it across, and that will do it. As Vujacic fires, he hits.